What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and we are here today. I wanted to give a brief explanation of some things, and more importantly, more specifically, more everythingly, I really wanted to touch on the brake system. Now, the brake system is what makes this game unique. Oh, I didn't know you can actually touch them in the screen. But there's a couple interesting things in the brake system that I really realized, and I wanted to actually point it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a fight real quick. This is awesome. Oh, we get a character for free. Who do we get here? We get Jean for free in this fight. All right, so the enemy Guardian Stones. As you guys know, the brake system is based on the Guardian Stone system. As you can see here, in order to break characters in this fight, I'm gonna need green, dark blue, and red. I don't know if they told you in the game. There's very high likelihood that they did not tell you in the game. I just wanted to point this out because I don't know necessarily if people have talked about this or if they've noticed it. I feel like a lot of things in games, in these type of games, are hidden in menus and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn more about the game and how it plays and how to optimize my play. So the brake system is obviously the biggest system. If you can get a brake, you literally, oh, it's a little boy, what is he, turned into a soldier? I want to optimize play. I want to be able to do the best that I can every turn that I can. I think that that's fair. I think everyone can agree to that. Now, what's really important is that now not only are the brakes, it's pretty obvious that you just have to match up the colors. So this guy is dark. He's also physical, which I wish that actually showed it here, who's physical, who's not. You can check in the home screen. So we're gonna shoot. As you can see, that's gonna break that first thing. Now, what's really cool is the follow-up to that. Oh my god, they do so much damage. Is this. Boom. You guys have probably noticed that when you get a break, it's a certain color. And I didn't know this until I started doing research. I thought that, you know, I assumed a couple things. I was like, wait, is he taking residual damage? Do you guys know that if it's green, they take residual damage? If it's red, like that break, as you can see, it's two different colors, that he's not taking residual damage. There's another effect that he's under. For instance, I'm going to show you guys all of them in a second, but green, they take damage over time. Red, every time you get hit, it's a critical hit. Doesn't matter. This should definitely help you guys out in PvP, especially once you can utilize this to a certain degree. This is only one wave. So instead here, I'm going to use the mechanical one. Now the mechanical one is used, well, I hope you guys remember. I don't remember how many turns. It's usually 7 turns, I think it's standard. But when you do a mechanical break, as you can see, this one is 12. I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that, like, wait, oh, that break is a very long time. Why is that? It's because you specifically did that break. At one point, I thought that all of the breaks were the same, and it seems that they're not. And obviously, I can't show you the other ones, but there is a menu that shows it, and I'm going to show you guys that in a few seconds. Now, where I found all this information was actually here. You go to this upper right-hand corner here, and I went to help. I was saying settings. I was like, it's not setting, it's help. Now, I only remember this when it was in Knights Chronicles. They had so many different effects and things of that nature. And as you can see here, there's no shortage of a bunch of information in this game. But what I wanted to go to is the battle guide. And that is where I found this information, and it really helps you out. So as you can see, special passive. It's one of the cool things that you have here is that this is by element. Obtaining mana by element only applies to heroes that are 5-star or higher. So obviously your 5-star heroes are going to always have the benefit of this. Just adding this in because it's very important. And most importantly, so like if you have like Zeon, he's not going to get this at all, right? Because he's 3-star. You can obviously transcend them up, not transcend them, enhance them upwards. So look, as you can see here, fire. 1 mana is created for ally or enemy hero's critical attack. So every time someone does a critical, you're gonna get mana for it. So that's why I think that's why Zeon specifically, you see like some of the time you see these characters getting freaking mana out of nowhere. This is why only 5-star heroes. So when you see a team full of 5 stars, you can just know that they're dramatically more dangerous. And also here by type, attack chaos type. 1 mana is created when you successfully hit a basic attack. So those are the attack types and chaos types and defense types, and supports gain 1 mana when you guys when you get attacked, and you guys should know that already. I think that's pretty basic. Now I'll read through all these, right? Frost, 1 mana is created for ally or hero that successfully blocks. That's awesome. So if you have a high, you can combo those. Like it opens the game up so much that I think that most people weren't thinking about. Nature, I noticed this. I was like, wait, why does my Rudley, why does he literally have his ult up like every turn? Because 1 mana is created when HP is at 30% or lower on your turn. So he was constantly getting mana because he was low on HP. I didn't understand that. I don't understand why that was happening. Machine, 1 mana is created when HP is at 80% or higher on your turn. That's freaking nuts. If I had, I can't wait to start using more machine 5 stars, because they're just going to be gaining mana as long as, especially if they're fast or something like that. Like, permanently possess 1 mana if all allies are have survived when the turn. Well, let's not talk about that. But obviously, if no one has died, you get mana for free. Awesome if there's a light character with that. And then last but not least, darkness, 1 mana is created for each defeated ally hero on your turn. That definitely is a really big thing that I don't think anyone's really talking about too much. But next up I wanted to talk about is the break. I don't think battle effects say anything. Yeah, battle effects is just to kind of say like, if you're physically immune, you're physically immune. And everything else is kind of explain stuff. I was looking for more information into here, but everything's pretty much self-explanatory. Gain mana, drain HP, barrier, share health, reset, insta death, stuff like that. Stealth works very like how it usually works in this game. Can't be targeted unless you're the only one that's there. AoE will still hit you. Chaos element, really interesting here. Chaos element, those who have the chaos element can break the guardian stones of all elements. I don't know if there's any characters that have that, but I guess we'll find out sooner or later, right? The creme de la creme is the break, right? So as I said with the fire guardian stone, all damages will be turned into critical damages when that character is broken by fire. Machine, break status will be prolonged 5 more extra turns. As I said, I thought it was doubled, but it's just 5 plus 5. That's why it's 12. Frost, all damage ignores defense. That is huge. That means that if you see a Frost Guardian, they're taking a crap ton of damage. Fire and Frost are like very close to each other. The Nature one will receive damage each turn relative to their maximum HP. It's like putting a most poison in these type of games do something like that, which is awesome, you know? Really, really cool that you have like a way to do that, regardless if your character has that. Light, attacker recovers health by 30% of the damage dealt to the target of the break. So when you break light, you can actually use it as a heal. That's awesome. Darkness, Guardian Stone, 1 mana is created for the attacker. So that's what's really good about that one, especially is for like tanks. In my opinion, the tanks and the supports, because sometimes I find the tanks and the supports kind of crappy. Like I don't want to use them because they don't gain mana if they're not targeted, and especially in a place where like they'll just target your backline. There's nothing that stops them from targeting the backline. This is the nice way to at least get like some type of mana for, you know, doing stuff like some type of mana for just attacking, which is like circumventing it, and it allows supports and defense types to actually just gain a lot more mana. Also, it definitely lets the attackers get 2 mana per turn, right? So that's pretty cool. Now, I wanted to show you guys one more other thing, and it's right here in the daily tournament. Now, the daily tournament is something completely different, has nothing to do with my initial point, right? As you saw in those matches, you saw that things can have multiple different breakpoints, right? So that's kind of the end. Hopefully I can still click on this. I can. Cool. So as you can see here, this character here, actually the best example would actually be Rude Zeon, because you guys all know who he is. As you can see that this person here has 3 Guardian Stones. So he has purple, green, and light. Now I was thinking, oh, that must be what they are in general, right? This one, as you can see, this one is green, dark blue. This one is dark blue and purple. As you see, this person decided to go double purple, dark blue, light blue. Actually, that one's a light blue. What I'm trying to say is that you can actually manipulate that. I think it costs you your currency. Let me show you where I think it is. I think that's in the door creation. You go to combine and convert, and it says Guardian Stone element change hero, randomly change a hero's element. Now I'm not 100% sure if this is where it is. I'm just assuming it is. This is where I'm asking you guys help and suggestions for. I don't know where you do it. Obviously, if it's random, I guess it's random. That's kind of sucks if it is random. I would prefer to put what I specifically want. Like if I was trying to counter the meta, I would prefer to do it, because as you can see, this costs my lovely stones that I don't want to give up. But you know, it makes it harder, because as you can see, this guy, it only cost me 100. It's interesting that I can change his Guardian Stone to not be green. I can make it something else. And especially right now, let's say if the meta is, you know, full reds or something like that, you can kind of change up your Guardian Stones. It does cost you currency, but you would do it in the hopes of like changing and winning more PvP battles. That's the only reason why I would see it, because in PvE you can just make a team that's better suited for that. But in PvE, if something's popular, at least you have some type of counter to it. Or change your thing that doesn't, like let's say if everything's red, you make sure that none of your characters have red guardian stones or something like that, which is very interesting. I like this level of detail in this game, and I think that more games literally need to do it because it's very intricate. There's a lot of intricate stuff in this game for a mobile game, and I applaud it. Clap it up. I think this is awesome. Let's just end this video off with what is it, 2 summons. And I still see, if I just dropped my recruit video, if you guys would check that out. Oh, she told me someone new is here. Now it's kind of weird because maybe if I have all the 2 stars, maybe she'll still say that, even if you have 2 stars. Like, oh, a new 2 star is here for you. Like, I don't care about that. Come on, we know what we're looking for. Man, move out the way. Got the Gucci. Oh, we got the Gucci. We got the Gucci on. Okay, so now I'm getting my dupes of him. I think I forgot how many of him that I actually need. The Dominator of Machine. So that's my second one. So in my last video, I pulled him in my summons. So I pulled him, and now it's down to 2. So even though it's like, damn, I keep getting this guy, right? I'm still eventually gonna get Bernadette. I'm eventually gonna get enough copies of him to transcend him. I'm eventually gonna get Maggie. I'm eventually gonna get Chadi, because I plan to actually stay in the banner until I get a decent amount of things. All right, one last one. Did someone new here? Let me know, girl. That's all I want to know. Oh, thanks, baby. Thanks, baby. Let him right in. Let him right in. Let him right in. Hey, move to the side. Let me see that Gucci. Oh, he grabbed it pretty early, and it doesn't matter. Well, it could just be the first one is that one. Hey, Yao. Yao's pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys how to tell whether or not the character is physical or not, right? Physical or magical. So you can actually see it here. This sign here is physical. Hope you guys can see my mouse cursor. This is physical. This is magical. It took me a while to realize that because I used a character and I was like, well, that character has to be physical because they use their hands. No, that character's magical. It's like, well, I was like, what the hell decides that then? So annoying. All right, use some of my chapter rewards that I haven't done. One more and I'm out. One more and I'm out. Tell me someone new is here. Come on.
A new companion has arrived.
Girl, I love you. Did I ever tell you I love you? Hey, she lied to me. But it is, so that does break that rule. I knew that had to be false. I always heard it. One of these characters is new. A new 2 or 3 star. Or might be possibly the 1 star. So she does say that when supposedly she might always say that. I don't know, but that was supposed to be the thing. She says that when you get a new character. But maybe someone had summoned so much that eventually she stopped saying it. So they was like, oh, this must be the thing. So anyway, hope that helped you guys in some sort of way. Plan out your breaks a little bit better to suit the fight. Or like I said, for me, I'm definitely looking for that red. If I see that someone's weak to red, I definitely want to possibly get that red break and then finish them off even quicker. If you know, and now with the, like, especially if they're weak to machine, you can have them frozen for 12 turns. That's big, man. That's big. Especially if you killed off a couple characters, 12 turns and they're not acting is pretty huge. And of course, like I said, the light one where they can heal. So all in all, just pay attention to what you're fighting and what benefits you get out of it. And I feel like that will elevate your gameplay a little bit. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed it. It will help me out a lot. Bring me up in the ranks. I'm gonna try some PvP for you guys next time. And just remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.